Heroclix Secret Wars Battleworld preview coming right up. Mr. Clicksflix is brought to you by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the ROC. No matter if you're in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has a winning role for all your gaming needs. You can visit them at luckydicecafe.com or on their Facebook page using the link found in the description of this video. Alright guys, so here we go with more previews for the soon-to-be brand new Marvel Heroclix Secret Wars Battleworld previews. Today we have, I believe, 5 previews, a couple chases, couple primes. So if you guys really like the primes or the chases you see, make sure to stop on over at my Patreon, patreon.com/MrClicksflix. Every month I have a shout out video, and in that video every one of my patrons gets shouted out, and then also one of those shout outs turns into a random figure that they will win once we hit $50, and that figure that gets won is the first chase or prime figure that I pull during my unboxing video of that set. And then in other months when a set doesn't drop, then it's just another random prize. It could be just about anything Heroclix, comic book, or pop culture related. So stop on over there. I believe we are $7 or $8 away from the $50 mark, and we have till October 17th when this set drops. So like I said, stop on over there, and it really helps the channel when you guys do that. So thank you for your support, and thank you for your future support. So let's go ahead and get to these previews. Alright, so first up we have number 7A, Thanos Duplicate. He has 2 different point lines, 50 and 25 points. Has the Battleworld, Other, Black Order, Minions of Thanos, and Cosmic keywords. He has a trait that is worth 20 points and a special. The trait is Time Gem Duplicate. Thanos Duplicate starts the game on click number 1. That appears after the orange KO. Until the effect requires you don't have to reveal the point cost of number 007 Thanos Duplicate. So we've seen this before. It is on Loki and his I forget the name of it, his like evil duplicates from the Mighty Thor Heroclix set. So this is just another one of those. That's still really cool though. I like that mechanic, and it feels themey, so I'm happy with it. And this special on his damage is your gem is a pale imitation of the real thing, like you. Probability control, but only to reroll an adjacent opposing character's attack roll. So if you notice, at 50 points and at 25 points, Thanos Duplicate looks the same for the first 2 clicks, and then the second 2 clicks on the 50 point line are where you really have some more oomph to him, where he's got running shot, an 11 attack, 18 defense with invuln, and 4 damage with prob. For 50 points, this guy's really good. I don't want to say a must play for sealed, but man, that's a solid 50 points as I've ever seen. So I do like him. I'm excited for this. That's just a really low point attacker there, so nothing bad to say about him. Next up, we have 007B from the set. So this is the prime version of the Thanos Duplicate. This is just regular Thanos. He has 2 starting lines, 175 and 140. Power Cosmic, Team Ability, Battleworld, Other, Eternals, Minions of Thanos, and Nova Core keywords. He has 3 traits and a special on his damage. The first one is called Infiltrate the Cores, Stealth. During force construction, choose a generic keyword or a Battleworld keyword. Thanos gains the chosen keyword. So that's really cool there. I really like things that let you gain keywords, and it's during force construction, so you're able to, basically maintain a theme team if you have them on there. So that's really cool. I like that. Then his other trait is Time to Stop My Duplicates and Reveal Myself. Free. Deal 1 unavoidable damage to another friendly character that's adjacent to an opposing character. Once per turn, when a character 25 points or more is KO'd by Thanos, give Thanos an infinity token. And his third trait is 1 stone away from the infinite. Free. Modify X. Different combat values of Thanos +2 until your next turn, where X is the number of infinity tokens. So you're able to increase a stat by +2 for each infinity token. So if you knocked out 2 characters, you're able to increase, let's just say, his attack and then his damage value by +2, which is crazy. This this looks good just from here. So before I get too excited and too off the rails, let's look at the special on his damage. It is called Travels Back in Time to Try Again. Probability Control. When Thanos uses it to target an attack that would have hit Thanos and it misses him, after all re-rolling, generate a 007A Thanos duplicate on click number 1 that appears after the orange KO line. This game, it has a 0-point value for all effects, including scoring. So you might not get that too much in sealed, but for constructed, that is super powerful. And I'm just saying you might not get it too much in sealed because you might not pull the Thanos duplicate to have on your team. So at 175, he starts off with a 7 range single target, 8 movement with running shot, 11 attack with Psychic Blast, 18 defense with Invincible, and 4 damage with that special prob. And then at 140, he's got 8 movement with Sidestep, 10 attack with Pulse Wave, 17 defense with Impervious, and 3 damage with that special. Now, I'm not sure that this is the best use of points ever, but this guy is flavorful and it is going to be fun. And especially right now in the Swarm team environment, like where you have the Dirty Bird teams, and then there's a few other Swarm teams really floating around. This guy, he might not make a big splash, but there's the possibility for one. So I'm going to definitely try to get one of these. And like I said in the intro of the video, if you want to try to get one, if this happens to be the first chase or prime figure that I pull in my unboxing video and you want a chance at it, stop on over at Patreon. It only costs $1, and there's a bunch of other cool stuff that you get anyway, including my Mr. Clicksflix unofficial Team Abilities card. If you guys want to see the Team Abilities card, check out the YouTube card now for that video that showcases that. But yeah, overall, I just like them. Really hope I get them. Next up, we have Dino Thor, number 55. This is a super rare figure. Has the PD team ability, is 90 points, has the Asgardian, Battleworld Asgard, Animal, Police, and Warrior keyword. Now, I was talking with somebody in the Mr. Clicksflix Facebook group about this, and it seems like they're using Battleworld Asgard in place of Thor Core. I get it, but I still, I don't know, I kind of wish they would have used Thor Core instead of Battleworld Asgard. But I see with some of the mechanics where it's, you know, give you plus or minus something if you attack another Battleworld something figure, why they went with Battleworld Asgard. But he's got 2 traits and a special on his damage. The first trait is called Crack the Case. Once per turn, when an opposing character within 4 squares in line of fire makes an attack, give Dino Thor an evidence token. Free, remove 2 evidence tokens and make an attack. So, you know, if you're able to force your your opponent to attack other characters, and you get 2 of these evidence tokens, you know, you're able to attack and then attack for free again. Or if you have 2 evidence tokens, and then you're able to, you know, be carried. There's a few characters that can carry flyers, you know, and then make your attack. This guy could be pretty good. So then he has another trait called Obstruction of Justice. When Dino Thor takes damage from an opposing character's attack, after resolution, Dino Thor can use Earthbound Neutralize until that opponent's next turn. So it's kind of a downer, but you know, that for 90 points, if they didn't put that on there, this figure would have been 120 points easily. So not the worst drawback ever there. So then he has a special on his damage called Scales of Justice. Free. Modify an adjacent opposing character's combat values -1 until your next turn. If you do, modify an adjacent friendly character's combat values +1 until your next turn. So that's really cool. You know, give it out a -1 and +1, so it's really a 2 swing in your favor. It's just fantastic. Starts off with a 5 range single target, 12 attack with hypersonic speed and the flight ability. I'm sorry, 12 movement with the flight ability and hypersonic, 11 attack, 18 defense with super senses and indomitability, 4 damage with that special Perplex. There's really not a lot of drawbacks to this guy. As far as super rare goes, I wouldn't be super upset. This isn't like a figure that's near and dear to my heart, but I also wouldn't be upset to pull him because for 90 points, this is a heavy hitter for animals and for police. So for those 2 reasons, I'd probably just try to get one anyway. Next up, we have Gertrude Yorks and Old Lace. I feel like we've been getting a lot of these. You know, the last one we had in What If, and then we had another one way back when in Hammer of Thor. So it had been a while, but I felt like we got 2 right away considering how long the gap was between the first one and the second one. But she's not too bad. She has the runaways and animal keywords. She's only 30 points, so for 30 points, she's actually not bad. She's number 60 in the set, so she is a super rare. She's taken up a super rare slot. And she has 2 traits and a special on her damage. Her first trait is on the run, stealth sidestep, but only if an opposing character is within 4 squares. So that's not bad there. And then her other trait is called Old Lace, must be around here somewhere. Blades, Claws, Fangs, but only when an Old Lace bystander has not been generated this game. Power, once per game, generate an Old Lace bystander adjacent or in a square of hindering terrain within 4 squares. So depending on what map you're on, that could really be powerful, where you generate a, you have an opponent's figure just out of, just out of reach. So then you give her a power action to place it in hindering that happens to be adjacent to them. You could really sneak up on somebody with that. The Old Lace bystander is actually pretty good. It has an 8 movement with flurry, 10 attack with Blades, Claws, Fangs, and it also has that autonomous attack symbol, so it does not count against your actions for the turn. Then it has 18 defense with combat reflexes, 2 damage. And then the main figure has a 7 movement with nothing on it, 10 attack with nothing on it, 17 defense with super senses, and 2 damage with that special. And the special is leadership. Friendly characters with the runaway keyword can use improve movement, ignores characters. So that's really cool there. It's a global effect. There's no adjacency needed or anything like that. Overall, for 30 points, I really like this figure. I don't know that it's meta. But I do like this. I think you'll catch some people sleeping for generating an Old Lace. All right, and last up on the preview train today, we have Odin, the chase figure, number 066 in the set. He has the Power Cosmic Team ability. Has 2 different point values, 175 and 120. Has the Asgardians, Avengers, Deity, and Past keywords. Has 3 traits, all of which are awesome. This guy is good. Very close to being meta. We shall see. The future will tell. First trait is called Before Immortals Were Common. Adjacent opposing characters can't be healed, can't use Protected Outwit, and can't use stop clicks. I can't tell you how important that is, that they can't use stop clicks. That shuts down the Wolverines. That shuts down the Unimines. That is just crazy. It's crazy good. That is why I think this guy could be meta, especially when you pair him up with a few other things. Maybe we'll do a team build on this. If you want me to do a team build with this Odin, make sure to put in the comments below that you want me to do that, and we'll do that for you guys. His other trait is Stop Trying to Escape Me, Mjolnir. Free, once per game, make a ranged attack with a range value of 8. So he doesn't have a printed range, so you get the 1 attack of 8 range, which is pretty cool. You could give him a few different things to give him a generic range, but we'll get into that another time. And then his other trait is called Ancient Incarnation Thor. When a friendly character named Thor hits, after resolution, remove an action token from this character. So that's really cool there. Just something cool that you could do. I can think of some shenanigans for that. So he starts off with a 0 range, 9 movement with charge, 12 attack, super strength, 18 defense, invincible, and 5 damage with leadership, and that's at his 175 point dial. And then for 120 points, he still has a 9 movement with charge, 11 attack with super strength, 18 defense with invulnerability, and 4 damage with outwit. This guy's crazy. I think he probably has the most meta potential out of anything we looked at in this group of previews. You guys let me know in the comments below what your favorite preview was of this batch. I really like reading that. I like talking with you guys about that. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, give it a share. It really helps keep me motivated to make these videos. That's all I have for you guys today. As always, please remember that it's only critical miss if you don't have probability control.